Welcome, Soul Sisters. I'm Kelly, life coach.
And I'm Holly, owner of Holiday Farms. And Kelly and I co-host a group called Soul Sisters on the Farm that meet at my farm every other Tuesday night.
I got a question for you today.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever dealt with rejection? Seriously?
All the freaking time!
No. Come on.
Okay, so
Dish.
Listen, first of all, I have a t-shirt that says, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm a few people's shot of whiskey. So, and it is true because sometimes I am just too much for people. It took me a long time to understand that that wasn't my issue.
Go back to that story of when it happened before you got to the wise understanding that it wasn't you and it's okay to not be everyone's cup of tea.
I got divorced after 20 years. But then I met a gentleman after that, and we dated for a year and a half and fell head over heels in love. He had to move. He ended up breaking up. Well, his feeling was the distance was too hard. It was too hard to be apart and long distance. Mm-hmm. And I thought I was going to marry this man. So I didn't really understand what I was feeling. Yeah. I just was hurting.
Yeah.
I knew that I was experiencing grief and a loss. Mm-hmm. And what I came to understand was that, I feel rejection. Mm. But the rejection was overwhelming. Overwhelming. It was probably the biggest emotion that I was feeling. I have read before that whenever you kind of overreact to a situation, it's because the situation has hit a landmine or triggered something that is has been an ongoing issue in your life. This realization really saved me because I was in tremendous grief and pain for months after the breakup. And the pain wasn't necessarily because I was missing him. Mm-hmm. The pain was feeling rejected, unlovable, unworthy. And I recognize that it all really stems back to certain events, but mostly my relationship with my father.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the man
Yes.
that was brave enough to break off something that he knew he wouldn't be able to do.
Well, rejection always is painful because it feels like it's a mark on us.
Yes.
That there's something about
wrong with us
that if we could fix or if we were better, we would be more lovable and worthy of someone's time and love and attention.
I spent a lot of time digging through that and my feelings of rejection from and abandonment from my father and other people, and mostly men in my life. I read this quote, though, that said, rejection is just redirection.
Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
It gave me so much peace because what it felt to me was that meant this is not about you, that you're not valuable. It's just about that's not your person. We're given this opportunity to be rejected because you're not picking up the signs to walk away yourself, you know, and you should really thank that person. As hard as that is in the moment, it's really, really hard in the moment to do that. Yeah. But eventually you come around to where you thank that person for letting you go because they weren't for you. I am just going to present to you, me on a platter. This is who I am. Here are all my wonderful qualities. Here are all my bad qualities. I'm going to let you let me know if you're my people. If I'm not your people, then keep moving.
So you intentionally set yourself up for rejection all the time.
I do.
So you've gotten good at handling it.
I only want to be around my people. People who love me and all that includes. I don't have the energy or the time anymore to convince somebody to like me. I am fortunate enough that I already have people in my life that love me and like me. And even if it's only 5 people, that to me is way more sacred and beneficial than 500.
Yeah.
The saying, there's a shoe for every foot, you know? If I'm not the shoe for your foot, then go find that damn shoe, you know? And I'm okay, because your foot is probably stinky to me anyway, you know? Like, it wouldn't be a good fit, is what I'm saying.
You know what I wonder, Holly? I wonder if it's almost a strategy you created with putting yourself out on a platter, that you are going to force a decision of rejection or not rejecting soon.
Oh, definitely.
So that you're not disappointed later on.
100%.
Wow.
Let's just get this solved now, right? Like,
Wow.
I am a person that I want to be open. Why don't you just go ahead and let me know if you can handle that?
Yes.
You know?
And if not, that's going to sting a little bit, but I'd rather know now.
I'd
Thank you.
much rather know now. Exactly. Than
Yeah.
invest all that time and fall in love with these people and then find out, oh,
I was too much for them.
I was too much. Yeah. And you know what? I am too much for some people. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It's no reflection on me. And it's really no reflection on them. It just doesn't work. And that's okay, right?
Yes. Yes.
99.9% of the time, it's not about you.
Yes. Yes.
If they're rejecting you, most of the time it's because they've got bigger issues in their life that they're dealing with. Or they aren't self-aware enough to know to lean in and look for the good, you know, and that's okay too. I'm not the type of person that doesn't get out of bed every morning.
Yeah.
You know, and I couldn't get out of bed for 3 days. That was a great thing to happen to me. Number one, it gave me empathy for people who actually deal with chemical imbalance and depression. I want... Sorry.
It's okay.
The pain was so intense. I want to like go hug everybody that goes through that and tell them time will heal. And self-compassion
through it
will heal too.
Yes.
And if you need to have 3 days in your bed, then you take 3 days in your bed.
Yeah.
But then you get up.
Yeah.
Even for 30 minutes.
Yes.
And every day, just a little more and a little more.
It's still important to recognize the hurt, to love yourself through the hurt. Reach out to a friend that you can share the story with, because they'll share their story of rejection too, and you'll know you're not alone.
Yeah, and recognize if the rejection is the 3 days in bed, it's bigger than that issue. And really self-reflect and think about all the times in your life that you have been rejected and felt rejected, and how you responded to it, what ego you created to protect yourself, or what stories you made up in your mind about who you were, and how you maybe lied to yourself and told yourself that you weren't valuable, or you were never going to be loved. It hurts. Oh God, it hurts to dig back into that stuff. But it's important to understand maybe the lies that we've told ourselves through the years that keeps us down.
Yeah. And always the pain is an indication of where the work is that you need to do to evolve out of.
That's why we have to do these groups and have these soul sister meetings. So you can have people speak the truth into you and that love into you.
Right.
Because that heals.
Right. Well, soul sisters, remember to be kind to yourself.
Love
next
you.
time.